All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're trying out the new Monkey D. Luffy from Op15. If your Sky Island type character with 6,000 base power or more would be removed from the field by your opponent, you may add one card from the top of your life cards to your hand. So basically, anything with 6k power or more, even if it would die by battle, we can just straight up just take the top of our life, which is pretty good. It means that we don't have to worry about our hand getting just absolutely obliterated if defending our characters, and starving us is pretty tough as well. So let's take a quick look through the deck list. We got four of the 1 cost, 2,000 attack, 2k counter Namis, and it's a searcher. Look at the top 3, find a Sky Island, place the rest back in the bottom of your deck in any order. Good searchable 2k, not bad for the odd dawn if you have to start with it. We've got a 2 cost, 2,000 attack, 1k in Shura. It's a top 5 searcher on play. It's looking for Sky Island as well. Not bad at all. And then we are running 4 of the Zeus, a nice staple 2 cost, 2k attack, 2k counter. On play, we can add 1 card from the top or bottom of our life cards to our hand and KO up to one of our opponent's characters with a cost 5 or less. Just a nice 2k to be able to have. Also, pretty decent for spot removal if we need to be there. And then we've got a nice 4 cost in Roanoa Zoro. A 4/6 that is a brick, and on play we can trash 1 card from our hand, add up to 1 card from the top of our deck to the top of our life. Really good to cheat out with something like the Robin we're going to take a look at here in a second. And then we've got 3 of the 4 cost, 5k plus 1k Sanjis. It's an on play, look at the top 4, revealing a Straw Hat True type. And the reason this is at 3 and not 4 is because it's not defendable by our leader ability, which means we can't just take our lives to defend it. And it's only okay. It's also not searchable by Shura, which is another reason I put it at 3. This is at 3 just because it's a brick, but it is a really good cheat out for the Nico Robin, so we're okay with that. We've got a nice 4 cost, 2k attack, 2k counter blocker in Nico Robin, but really we just like its trigger effect. For our leaders, Monkey D. Luffy, we get to just play it for free, so always hoping that ends up in our life. And then, of course, the most broken yellow card that is coming out of EBO 4. A 5 cost, 6k attack, 1k counter blocker in Borsellino. And on play, if you have 2 or less life cards, add 1 card from the top of our deck to the top of our life. So it just heals us. If we're at 2 or less, and a blocker. That's pretty good in case you guys were wondering. Silly card. I'm running 4 Calgara as a 5 cost, 6k attack, 1k counter, and when it is our turn, when a card is removed from our or our opponent's life, we get to draw 1 card, then we can't draw with card effects for that rest of that turn. It pairs really well with the Nico Robins, both of them, and it also works on just straight up attacking, so play this first before you guys do anything. And then we play the 5 cost, 6k attack, 1k counter Wiper. On play, we can turn 1 card from the top of our life face up and give all of our opponent's characters minus 2,000 power, then KO all of your opponent's characters with 0 power or less. This is really good for removing chump blockers. It's good against Enel, the new purple Enel, because it removes all of their small bodies. It's just really good in general. And then it's got a nice activate mana, giving 1 Restodon card to a Sky Island type leader or character, including itself, so it can become a nice 7k attack. We like that a lot. Then the real powerhouse, the 5 cost, 7k attack brick secret Monkey D. Luffy. If you have 6 or more Dawn cards on your field, this character gains Rush. This deck really wants to go second, specifically for this reason. When your opponent activates an event or blocker, reveal up to 1 card from the top of our life card, this character gains plus 1,000 power during this turn per 1 cost on the revealed card. So the average of our deck is about 5 to 4. So you're really looking at getting this to like an 11 or 12, but sometimes you get lucky and see a 7 or a 10. It's just really good for finishing the game because most people hold up big events to make sure that they don't die on those final turns, and this guy just doesn't care. But you do need to have a face down life card, so you do need to make sure that you have enough life, because if you have no life cards, it doesn't do anything. And then we've got the 7-cost, 8,000 attack Brick in Nico Robin. On play, you may trash 1 card from the top of your life cards. If your leader has a Straw Hat Crew type, add up to 2 cards from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. And on our opponent's turn, on KO, it may deal 1 damage to our opponent. So this is good for a lot of reasons. It heals us. It also can cheat out a lot of, it also triggers a lot of our guys, like Calgara, so it gets us those extra draws, which is really important. And it's a pretty tough body to remove because it just deals a damage. So the lower your opponent goes, the less likely they are to even want to attempt to remove this. And then the kind of best card in the deck, in my opinion, is this Nico Robin, a 7-cost, 7,000 attack, 1k counter on play. You can add the top card of your life cards to your hand. If your leader has the Straw Hat Crew type, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. So this, again, will trigger the Calgara. Then play up to 1 Sky Island type character with a cost of 5 or less from your hand. So it cheats out everything we talked about so far, except for the other Nico Robin. So it's really good for cheating out this Rush Luffy. It's also really good for cheating out the Wipers if you need them. Or you can just cheat out the Rono Zoro in order to heal yourself. So it's just really good because this goes 1 for 1, and then you could just put this back up, and then you can go up a life and develop 2, a 7, and a 6,000 attack body in the same turn, which is really good for us. And then the 10-cost and Nell, it's an 11,000 attack Brick. If your leader has a Sky Island type, this character gains Rush, and when attacking, you may trash 1 card from your hand. If your life has 1 or less cards, place up to 1 card from the top of your deck onto your life, then give this character plus 1,000 power for the turn. It's really good if you see this off of the Luffy effect, but I'll be honest, I'm thinking about just cutting this card straight up. It's only okay. I don't like having to use all Tendon because I have better plays than this with stuff like the Nico Robins into these Luffys. These Luffys at 5/7 is just an astoundingly good stat line. Going up to 12 is okay. But these guys just make it so that your opponent can't play defense using their blockers or events. So I don't know if I like them in the deck, but you guys let me know what your opinion is and you tell me. We are running a fair number of bricks though, so I am playing the one who should disappear, which is just a counter event to trash a card from our hand, and one of our leaders or characters gets plus 3k for this turn. We are running 4, 5, 6, 10 bricks in here. No, 12 bricks in here, which is a fairly large amount. So we are running 1 of the 0 costs. I may need to sneak another one in there. I threw 4 of these Gum Gum Golden Rifles in. If your leader has a Straw Hat Crew type, trash 1 card from the top of your life cards, then add up to 1 card from the top of your life cards, and trash 1 card from your hand. So it's a 1-cost event beat that basically we're using it to make sure our top of our life cards does not face up for this effect. So we can put it back down and put 1 card in, but we have to give up a card and we have to give up this card for playing it. So it's a -2. Mostly it's just good as a plus 4k counter for our leader, but it is only for the leader, so it's okay. The deck really wants to go on curve and go something like this. It wants to go 2 for the Shura to do a search, 4 for Zoro so that we can get a nice heal, or a Sanji if we need to find something like a Robin for the next turn. And then on 6, you really want to play one of these. My preferable card to play is the Calgara, because every turn after this is really going to be us taking cards, and we want to get all those bonus add-ons from our we want all the extra draws. It's just good enough. So this is really what I want to play on 6. If I don't have that, this is always a good option. And then on 8, I really want to do this or this, situation dependent. Most of the time I want to do this. I want to do this into this or this into this. Establishing all those bodies by your 8th Dawn turn means that you are sitting on usually a 6k attacker, another 6k attacker, a 7k attacker, and another 7k attacker. So by the time you're your 8th Dawn turn, you should have a huge field of really heavy hitters. And then on your 10 Dawn turn, NL is okay, but you are likely going to need to heal because this deck does not do a lot of defending with counter. So we are likely to either play this or play another pair, or just play one of these to heal, or the Borsalino blocker. So our 10 Dawn turn becomes way more flexible. So this deck is really judgment dependent, and I'll be honest, I'm not perfect at it, but you guys are probably smarter than I am, so you tell me what we should be doing. Because I do not really want to play that NL until I'm going for lethal, if I'm going to go for lethal with it, because I want to have up Dawn for this event to keep us from dying. There's a lot of stuff that will either rest or KO this blocker, and it's really the only blocker we're playing, because this one is only going to get played for trigger most of the time, because just at 4 cost, this is an emergency blocker. This one is something we're going to play for good measure. The other thing to do is just keep playing these. A 5 cost of this plus a 4 cost to heal is really good work. And then just keep slamming in with that established body board you have, and just keep going. Let me know what you guys think of the deck list, and tell me what I did right and what I did wrong. I'm not super confident in that, so it may end up with something else. Maybe this will go up by 2. I'm not sure. You guys tell me, though. All right, let's get into some games. I'll put the deck list in the description if you guys want to copy and paste that, but you let me know. All right, let's see how I do. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another round of One Piece. Opponent chose to go second, which is not good for us. That hand does not have anything super great for us. Neither does that one, though. We're going to have to go searching next turn, which is unfortunate. They find their Brook, which is good for them. They find a nice 2k, which will make our next turn very weak. This deck really does want to go second. It's kind of what I noticed. We're going to be at 5 next turn. I think I have to take this. Yeah, we're going to take that. We lose one of our 2 Rusher Nels, which isn't super great for us. We're just kind of counter heavy right now. Alright, we're going to be at 5 next turn. What do we want? Probably just one of these. I like this, though. But we're going to lose 2 of these. Yeah. Take this. It's really unfortunate that we're going to lose those. But this is just so critical for against this deck to get a large board. As soon as they get Monster Luffy, we're just kind of hosed. They have no play here, which is good for us. I'm going to give them this. I don't think their deck has a lot of protection, so we'll see if we can't kill some stuff. Guess what? That's going in your trash. Go 6 at them. Just do a little test poke. I know they have the 2K. They choose to take it anyways. That's not what we're looking for, so I don't really want to take it. Because I think this into this is going to be my play next turn, which is unfortunate, because I'd rather have the rush Luffy. This deck almost feels like it needs a little more search power, but what do I know? It's tough to build this right now, but we'll see. Trash another 3. They got 17 in trash. Pull out the Zoro. Maybe I let him hit then. Yeah, I think I'd let him hit, take the wiper. Oh good, we find a 3rd wiper. We're gonna attack 6-7 at him. Oh. We're not in the worst spot. 2 wiper ain't bad. We do not have a ton of counter in hand right now. We're probably just going to drop this next turn to heal. I'd like to not take a hit here, but I don't think I can stop this. Unless I just go 7 at me. So they'd have to use all 8 Dawn. That would have to be the... What is it? I think it's a Nami. That's an 8 cost. Which they haven't seen yet. Well, it's in their hand, probably. Oh, no, there it is. No, they're not playing the Nami this turn. I don't know what they play for 7. Problem with all these new decks, I don't have enough knowledge of how they're building them yet. Brook's on my to-do list, though. He just finds a 2K. Don't care about that. That'll just rest a character. Yeah, you can rest those. I don't care. Oh, I got her 2Ks and bricks. I will... trash that. We don't need that. No blocker. I'm gonna go this and one of these. So, unfortunately, we will do this. We'll go over this, use current action, gain 2. I'm gonna use both of those. Everything's gonna be 7s, and I'm gonna leave 1 Dawn for my event. What if I just try and remove this? What do you do then? Cool. They're out of counter. Okay, we're in a really commanding spot right now, but... there she is. They found her. Monster Luffy time. Yep, there he is. They've got 30 in trash, exactly. Which means this thing is a nice whopping 10K. No blocker. We will trash one here. No, we will definitely be taking the 10k. This can't attack. This can. They're very low on hand size, though. The Rush Luffy would have been so good here. I can KO that, but I have to take a card from life to hand. I can play this for 5. I think I just gotta try and kill him, though. But there's 7. How bad is it for me? I lose 2 Dawn to heal. I think that's probably worth. Just because I want to be able to do all my big guys. We want to leave 1 up, which means I got 5. So let's start with like a... Nine. That's a 7. Let's just see. I shouldn't have done a 9. 9 was too heavy. Let's go 8. I want to see how many 2Ks they have. They don't. That's a good to know. They left up 2 cards. They probably just have an event. Just go 9 at them. See what they got. Killing me is still going to be fairly tough for him next turn. Okay. Got him down to 0, which is good for us. 0 with 2 cards in hand. They still got 10 cards in deck, so I don't think they can trash down to get to their 0. They're a bit too heavy. This Robin's really good for going wide in this match. Especially because this makes him a 7, so I need this on board fast. And I don't think they can hit me 5 times. They would have to cheat out a double attack of Luffy, and I can get out of it. Because, like, 1 double attack, monster Luffy. You're in the same problem I am. We're both fairly low on resources. Two double attacks by making this thing. We'll resolve. I don't know what you got. I'm still nervous about dying, which is crazy for a deck like this. You have to have a good way to mill out the last bit of your cards. Yup. Pulls up the Nami. Yup. Pulls out the double attack, gives it rush. Restands its 4 of its Dawn, can put it all on itself to make it an 11 swing. Oh my god, they're still down to 2. I might die. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So I can go up to 9, 10, 11. The problem is, I don't think they have a way to... They could monster mash me. Either way, if they can do 2 restands, I think I just die. Yep, I know that can restand. Yeah, I was like, if they just have the... They had a way to do it. How did they do that? Did they hadn't activated leader ability yet? Yeah, it is what it is. GG. Dang, that was close. Yikes. Alright, let me know what I'm doing right. What am I doing wrong? This is a tough one to pilot. You guys tell me. Alright. I think that's all I got for you, though. So as always, good games and good luck. Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to another round of One Piece. Alright, we're on the even curve. That's not a good starter. Okay, that's better. I think we'll have to play this, though. I mean, what do I want to do? On 4, I could do this. But I would really need to start finding the Robins. Well, I'm glad I did that. We have to take that. Help was not coming. I haven't seen too many people playing this guy. 7 will take. Ah, there she is. Back 5, they're gonna take, hope for a trigger. They don't find one, which is good for us. They play the Searcher Sanji. Oh, they're playing our engine. Do we want out of that? Not really. What do I want to trash here? The 0 cost? This is our pick every time. Because now we can chain those together. I think this is our play for this. Just because we don't want them to get that Rusted Dawn, that's small. We don't get a ton of value out of it, but we will. Attack like this. We gotta go 5-5-7 as best we can. My only worry is that they'll trigger and kill this. Yeah, that works out just fine. Next turn will be these 2. Oh, I forgot to do the activate main here. What do we want to give him? I have to give him a 2K, unfortunately. Yeah, you're 8, my 6 was annoying. Nope, I'm going to keep my guys just for a little bit. Alright, now we can do the thing. Deploy, use card action, gain a life. Put the guy over that one. Do the thing. 5, 5. Fine, I'll pivot to your board. My board is huge compared to yours. My board is big. We're gonna come after you quick. You can have it. That's fine. Well, we can't save it, but we'll do this. Yep. Just leader ability our guys. Keep off of them. I think he's forgetting that I can do that. King 2 back. Yep. They'll go back down to a 5k. They got 5 cards, 2 lives. Don't block out. Our whole hand is bricks. Yeah, there's a non-brick. I think if I just play this, I think I can just kill them. They'll have to get really lucky with some triggers. Start with our smallest cost characters in case they find triggers. I think we're just too aggressive. I don't think they got a shot. Yeah, I was like, I think I just got you, buddy. These are really bad, especially when they got events. Yeah, even this counts as an event, so they would have just been screwed. Sorry, guy. That was just ultra aggressive on our part. Let me know what you guys think. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? How good is Monkey D. Luffy? I think he's pretty good. This is a weird package, though. It takes some getting used to. I did not see... There he is. I didn't see my other Shandorian warrior, Calgara. That would have been really helpful in this matchup, but is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Catch you in the next one.